Hi, it's your girl Jill, aka Jilly Vanilli, and I'm here with my bitch,
Nik, aka Nicoletti Spaghetti.
and this is the Wasted Truth podcast.
Yeah. Happy Thursday.
Happy Juneteenth, actually.
That was yesterday, right? Or
Nope,
is it today?
it's today.
We're recording on Juneteenth. Yippee.
Shout out to all my people,
Your people? Just Jill's people.
all the people.
She's claimed them for her own.
It's good to be back, coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee. For those of you who do not know who we are or where we're from or what we're doing,
Yeah. At the beautiful bar Pearl Diver.
shout
Our
out
home base.
Shout out to Pearl Diver.
Hold on, I gotta turn this back up for a second. Where's
Yeah.
everything?
We're back home.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
I feel like I've been traveling so much. I can't.
Yeah, you've been out of town.
I've been out of town for a hot minute. It's nice to be back though.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah. I went to DC. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I went to a couple of Jill's recommendations and they were fucking fire. So good job, Jill. You did a good job.
Thank you so much.
Next time you're traveling anywhere that Jill's been, ask her for recommendations.
If we have any DC listeners, let us know.
Yeah, you guys are great. Everybody was so nice out there. Like
Yeah.
the bar, like the hospitality was phenomenal. Every bar that we went to, it was cool. Like, so I went up there. It was a very spur of the moment thing. My girl Demi over at White Limo, shout out Demi. She was doing a pop-up at Press Club, and everybody that, like the bar itself, we went in like the first day that we flew in, popped in there, grabbed a little snack and some drinks, like impeccable service, impeccable bar, great food, great drinks, like super cool. She had the pop-up the next night. I got to go and do some touristy shit during the day.
You go to the museums and shit?
I did. Like I
There's
walked
so many.
My phone was so funny. It was like, are you being tortured? You're walking so much. It was so like, it was very funny. But like I was walking everywhere. I did like all the monuments. I was all touristy for the day.
Yeah.
And it was Memorial Day that I did it. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I looked at some memorials.
Yeah. As one does on Memorial Day.
Obviously, it's in the name.
Yeah, no, it's funny you went on Memorial Day, but I went a couple days before like the election results.
Oh, really? Oh.
Boo.
Boo. Where's the boo again?
Figure it out.
No!
Way to really fuck that one up.
Fuck your life.
There we go.
We're like 15 episodes in and I still can't figure out this soundboard, but it's fine.
Well,
It's
I know.
okay.
I used to know how to pull up the soundbite board. You showed me, but I already forgot. Anyway.
Oops.
Well, I'm glad that you're home.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you finally got to go to DC because DC is one of my favorite cities.
It was great.
There's just so much there.
Yeah.
So many different types of ethnicities and restaurants, and
It feels like a real city,
it truly does.
obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because like people all the time are like, oh, Nashville, like, well, it's like city. I'm like, it's not the same. I feel like it's so touristy here that it's hard to really like gauge it as like a proper city as compared to like other ones. And people say like, oh, it's such a big city. I'm like, no, it's not a big city. It's tiny.
Yeah, it is really
and
tiny.
it's just like thriving purely off of tourism. So like nobody really like lives downtown.
You know what we need here? We need fucking a public transportation system here.
That'd be great.
Like DC has it. I didn't use it when I was there for whatever reason, but cities are just so much better when they have them. Like Miami has one. Love it.
Yeah.
I feel real old school when I hop on a bus.
You feel proper.
To a trolley.
Yeah.
To a fucking subway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's nice. Especially now, but like nowadays, I feel like especially when I'm traveling in like the days of Uber and whatnot, it's like easier to get around the smaller cities if you just pop in an Uber. That's what I was doing in DC. So I never took the public transport. But whenever I'm in New York or like Boston, I do take public transportation.
Speaking of Ubers, shout out to my Uber driver for not crashing. I was taking an Uber somewhere.
Was it a close call?
Very close call.
Oh, shit.
Like we're driving down Shelby and this fucking stupid bitch pulls out right in front. I'm telling you, right in front of him. And he had a really nice, I don't know, Highlander, and this bitch was in some dinky ass car. If he would have ran into her, it would have been so bad. He slammed, babe. I'm just doom scrolling and I just fucking fly forward. And he's just like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, don't be sorry. I'm so happy that you didn't fuck your car up.
Yeah, for real.
Nobody knows how to drive in this city. I give this
Also
city
true.
2 thumbs down because of its drivers.
Boom! Boom!
2 booms down. Learn how to drive for the love of God.
You're not wrong. And especially the second it rains too. I feel like that happens.
Oh,
Like,
I hate it.
it's just pointless to drive.
But you also just went to, were you in Boston?
For a little bit. We flew into Boston, obviously, but I spent most of the time on the Cape. It was like a family vacation sort of thing. So
Sexy.
just happy to be near water. I ate so many oysters. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
I love an oyster, and I just got an oyster tattoo.
That means she's a real fan.
I am a big fan.
Yeah.
It's right next to my Tecate.
Aww, our bestie tattoo?
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, we have a matching Tecate can tattoos. It was we got it on my birthday.
Did we?
Yeah.
So many years ago.
A million years ago. We've known each other for a long time.
Yeah. So, don't make that. This bitch just made the ugliest face. Golly.
Oh, just kidding.
Shut the cameras off. I'm gonna beat her ass.
That makes us life partners now.
Yeah.
It's been at least 7 years, no?
Mm-hmm.
Aw, that means we're gonna be friends forever.
Hey, shout out to us.
Oh my God.
If you guys are watching, I just wanted to show you my Stanley Cup. I got my Post
Are you
Malone.
influencing?
I'm doing the hand thing.
Oh my God.
So
do some ASMR next.
Yeah, dude. Listen.
Ooh.
So it's this camouflage Stanley that's got like some orange writing on it, and then it has these little trinkets on the side. A picture of Post Malone and a tire and a truck that says Postico. I ordered it the day that it came out.
I was bummed. He was just partying at Flamingo a couple days ago.
He has been all over Nashville.
I know.
I saw
He's been hanging.
Yeah, I saw fucking Seth. Stupid Seth. I love Seth. He just shows a picture of him like laying on the couch, and Post Malone's like basically like hovering over him. I'm like, okay, what's going on here?
It's a photo shoot, babes. It's a photo shoot.
He has been going. Well, I'm not going to blow up the spot, but he was staying at a hotel that my friends work at. And every time he comes in, they'll text me and be like, he's here right now. And I'm like, damn it.
Run. What would you do if you actually met Post Malone?
I already did.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot you got a photo with him, too.
I told him I loved him. And my favorite song of all time is White Iverson. And I've been listening to him since the very beginning. And I asked him if I can give him a hug. And he was very sweet. And I told him that I have a child.
She asked if you could give him a hug, and he said, fuck no, bitch.
He was so nice. He was like, absolutely. And I was like, God, I love him.
That's very sweet.
And then we talked about our kids. I was like, oh, my son turns 2 on the 22nd. And then he said that his daughter like turned 3 a couple days before. I forget the exact date, but I was like, oh my God. And we had like a short little talk about our kids, and then we took a picture. And then I always am afraid to like fucking be an annoying little like Helga Pataki behind him, like breathing.
Can I get a picture with you?
Yeah.
And that's also like just a very like a norm when it comes to Nashville. Like there's so many celebrities that are here a lot, and like the norm is like you don't interact with them, you don't talk to them. It's like it's not like an LA vibe where there's like paparazzi everywhere and all that stuff. It's like a very subtle, chill place to be a celebrity.
I'm just like,
I mean, that's like one of your like top celebrities that you love.
He's my number one.
So yeah.
But I also like, I don't want to be that person. I have a funny story about that. Quint and I went to the, oh my God, what is the fucking name? Kubla Khan show. It's a band. It's like a hardcore band or whatever. Right. And the lead singer, his name's Matt Honeycutt, and he's fucking hot. But he's 5'7", so it's just like I look down on him.
We love a short king. No hate.
Speak for yourself. But he's
because I'm short, it helps.
He's really hot, and he's a really good front man, whatever. So we went to the show, and it was one of the days where it was early days, like. I think Wolf had just turned 1, and we went to his show, and I got absolutely shit-faced because I couldn't handle my liquor.
Yeah.
So I meet him, and I don't even remember. I was so drunk, and I was
What'd you say? Was it embarrassing?
I don't know, but all I know is that my worst nightmare came true because I was the drunk mom from Nashville. That's who he knows me as. Because I think he shouts out moms, their parents, like in the middle of the show.
And you're like, he's shouting me out.
I literally was like... Hey man, thanks so much for shouting out parents.
I'm a parent too.
He was just, and he also doesn't drink, so he's probably just like, get the fuck away from me, fucking weirdo.
That is always the worst, being the sober person at the party.
Yeah.
When everybody else is drunk around you, and
you're
you're just.
You don't have any patience for anybody. I mean, I've been that person before, but
for sure, same.
But I don't ever want to be that person, and I was once, so that's why I'm like I'm very like.
Aware,
timid and aware whenever I see celebrities, and also there's certain celebrities that have like they have a reputation around town for being mean.
Yeah. So yeah, you don't want to start that drama.
Yeah, I don't.
You get celebrities at your bar. We all get celebrities at our bar. I've had so many regulars over the years.
Yeah, we have a lot of regulars at the bar that are low.
What's his face famous. Was there the other day when I was there.
Who?
Shabuzi.
Oh, Shabuzi. I call him Shaboozle.
Shaboozle.
Because he always comes in with like a fucking pack.
A posse. He came in with a posse the other night. It was funny. Like, you know how you just like, I wouldn't be able to pick most celebrities or especially like country music artists out of a lineup. Like I don't know any of them. And so I'm always just like, but some, like, I feel like celebrities just have that air around them. Like you just like an aura. Like they walk in and you just like,
they look rich and successful.
They just like give off that like celebrity vibe.
Yeah.
And
well, especially when you're rolling 20 deep into a bar.
True.
Obviously.
I mean, obviously. Like,
well, that reminds me.
That sounds like us when we go out though. Are we celebrities still?
To some.
Yes.
My son probably thinks I'm a celebrity.
No, he doesn't.
So that reminds me, I had my like Shaboozle comes in all the time. Mm. There's other few country artists that come in all the time.
Yeah.
But I had my first like kind of like starstruck moment, which is really funny because I'm the opposite of you. Like I can tell if someone's I'm really good at like reading faces, and I'm like, that's who the fuck that is. So, have you ever seen the movie Grandma's Boy?
No.
Are you fucking kidding me? Anyways,
there's a million movies that I haven't seen. Jill, you know this.
Grandma's Boy is like one of the greatest movies of all time. For those listening, I'm talking to you, not her, because she doesn't know who I'm talking about. But there's a guy in the movie who plays like the evil person, and he's like this really skinny, weird, robotic guy. He acts like a robot, and he dresses like he's in the Matrix. And I'll show you him like off air. But
all right,
it's one of the greatest. I've loved this movie for over. Brenda's in the background. He's laughing and he's smiling, but he sat at my fucking bar and I looked at him and he had like a New York City or like the New York Mets hat or whatever the fuck hat on.
Yeah.
And these really cool tinted colored glasses. And I'm like, okay, you're a celebrity. And then I looked at his face and then then he spoke to me and I was like, holy shit, this is that one guy from that one movie.
That's me with any celebrity ever. Oh, that's that one person from that one thing that does that one thing.
And I just turned around and I go, oh my fucking God. And so I asked every single person that was working, I was like, have you guys seen Grandma's Boy? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, that's the guy. And they were all like, oh my God, that's so cool. And I texted my brother because that was one movie that him and I loved together.
Okay.
And he was like, you should go up to him and talk to him in a robot voice. I'm like, absolutely not. But I was very tempted because he was sitting right in front of the TV that we have at Schulman's, and I was tempted to put on Grandma's Boy, but I was like, that's too much. That
would have been so fucking funny.
But that was my oh my God moment. But
yeah, hell yeah.
But also back to the Post Malone thing is every time he comes out or goes to an establishment, he tips thousands of dollars.
And we love that. Shout out to you, Post Malone.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. Tip your bartenders.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about these hats that were given to us.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Shout out to our man Charlie at CK Horizon Designs. They're based out of Erie, Colorado. And he was so nice enough to like
reach out,
be a listener, and reached out to us and was like, "Hey, I make these cool ass hats, and I think these ones would really fit the vibe for you guys," which I thought was very sweet. So he sent us some cool Tip Your Bartender hats. So we'll definitely like post a little link for like all the stuff. What else does he do? I feel like he makes
food and beverage specific clothing,
themed apparel. Yeah, which I think is really cool. So, they have some really fun stuff.
That was really nice of him to send us that.
I know, right?
Tip Your Bartender's a lot nicer than us saying if you don't tip 20%, your mom's a hoe.
Yeah, he's a lot nicer than us. Thanks, Charlie.
Which we have some merch coming, so
it's coming soon. I promise.
Yeah. I'm behind.
But yeah. So I was like happy to have a hat. I haven't washed my hair in like a week, so
neither have I. That's why I've got my slick back.
The slick back. See, if I wore the slick back, I don't have the head shape for it. I would look like a balding.
What do you mean? I've got a fucking 5 head, babe.
Okay, but still, don't perceive her. Don't look at her. Look away.
Don't download this episode and watch it on YouTube.
The amount of times that I constantly am just like. Back in the day when we had our podcast for the first 2 seasons, it wasn't videoed or anything.
And you know what? Thank God for that.
Yeah. I miss the days, honestly. Even today, I was like...
I do, but I don't.
I was texting the group chat, and I'm like, I haven't washed my hair. And I picked a zit, and I just like, don't want to be here.
Hey, listen, this is just us showing up authentically.
We're real. This is real. This is bartending behind the scenes, guys.
We are real creatures. Anyway, enough of all of this. So today, we wanted to go through the voicemails and the text-ins that we've gotten, which thank you guys for calling in to our number.
So thank you, obviously, for calling into the voicemails. We had to screen a lot of them. Enunciate, please. What the hell?
If your voicemail isn't getting played, it's because we literally can't
understand you. Like, I know we say like, hey, get drunk, call us, not your ex, like the whole thing. But like, even if you're calling your ex, would your ex be able to understand you? Like if you're mumbling, like that's insane.
Like
so
spit the rocks out of your mouth, please.
Please.
It sounds like it's really funny.
It was yeah, there's a couple that were like, we think this could be a funny story if we're hearing the words correctly, but unfortunately that was not the case for quite a few of them.
But before we get into this, remember the number is 347-927-8333. Call me.
I want to be like Alan, put this up on the screen.
Can you
the number right here?
Can you
mark it?
He'll do it. Alan, the number right here.
Ooh,
So
why are we so dumb?
I'm going to go ahead and start with our first voicemail, but I need to...
We picked our favorite voicemail from the ones that we could actually understand.
Yeah, so
that's it today.
Yeah,
and then we did get a bunch of write-ins, and the write-ins are kind of fun. My thing is I skimmed over these, and neither of us have really fully read them, but I want to read them and just get Jill's genuine reaction to them.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be kind of funny, but we're going to do voicemail first, and then...
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you
ready?
Let me turn it up. I had to go. I don't want to. The person who called didn't want their name mentioned, so I had to
edit it a little bit.
Okay. So here we go.
I'm ready.
Not that I would want you to use my name, so don't do that. But listening to the pod, and the last time we were in Memphis, we were on our way down to New Orleans. We were at Coyote Ugly getting fucked up. And I, in my old age, am just struggling with shots lately. Like, it's not even that it has to be alcohol. Like, I can take a shot of orange juice and just, like, that amount of volume of liquid in my mouth does not sit well. Anyway, I took a shot of Fireball. I knew it probably wouldn't go well. My mouth's watering, so I run into the bathroom there. Wasn't packed or anything. And I go into the first stall. I'm like, okay, no toilet paper because I was probably going to piss, too. Second stall, no toilet paper. Third stall, no toilet paper. I'm like, oh, fuck. But by the time I got to the third stall, I was ready to, like, spew. So I threw up all over the fucking place. I mean, it was disgusting. And I've always been the one who can make it to the toilet, but not tonight. Anyway, so I go to clean up my mess because I felt bad for these beautiful girls that were working there. And I went to go grab some paper towels. There was no paper towels. So there's no toilet paper, no paper towels. So my ratchet ass decides I'm going to do the hand squeegee method off the floor and the tile in the toilet, which was probably fucking disgusting considering there was no paper towels or toilet paper. And I would, like, squeegee the throw up off with my hand and then dip my hand into the toilet. And I just kept doing that until it was all cleaned up. So, yep, that's my tea. I just thought of that, thought of you.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Lots to unpack here.
Two things. Like, shout out to being like, hey, like, I don't want to make these beautiful girls clean up my puke in the bathroom.
That's a real one right there.
Yeah, real respect on that. But also no shout out for the bartenders because stock the damn bathroom. What the hell? No toilet paper, no paper towels, no nothing.
Yeah, and she also said it wasn't that busy. So
you had plenty of time on your hands to restock the bathroom.
Hey, Coyote Ugly, do better. Do better for your patrons so they don't have to squeegee. So they don't have to squeegee their fucking puke into the toilet
and then use the toilet. Why would you you're already squeegee? Okay.
Honestly, when we were listening to the voicemail, before she even said what she was about to do, I had a feeling, my brain immediately was like, she's gonna squeegee with her fucking hand, and she did. Honestly,
I mean, that's a down ass bitch. we'll give it that. But damn, oh my God.
I would have. Honestly,
what would you have done?
I don't. What would Jill do?
What would Jill do in this situation?
Jesus do?
What would not WWJD? It's what would Jill do?
I can't say that I wouldn't. That wouldn't be something that I wouldn't do. But I probably would have I would have went and told the bartender like, "Hey, can I just have a rag and like a bucket of water because I just barfed in the bathroom?" I would just admit to my defeat.
You're just gonna own up to it, or do you do what I feel like I assume a lot of people do? When they come out of the bathroom and they go, hey, somebody just threw up in there. And don't claim it as their own.
As they have throw up on their face.
Because there's no paper towels, so they're wiping it off themselves. Like, how many times do you think that people that say, hey, there's throw up in there, or hey, there's a thing, like they made that mess?
That and also
I feel like I'm going to go 50-50.
Well, when the toilet is all like disgusting. Yeah.
Gross.
They're just like, it's broken.
I did that at your bar a couple of weeks ago. I was like, I went into the bathroom and I turned back around and came out. I didn't even close the door, so I couldn't even claim that it was mine. But the bathroom was trash. I was like, hey, just a heads up.
People be treating bathrooms like a playground.
I always think that, and I go, what does your house look like?
I'm saying, okay, so I have
Like, how shitty is your house? How shitty is your own personal bathroom
like-
that you're willing to do that in public spaces? That's just nasty.
Yeah.
Blech.
Two things. I had a regular, I'm not going to say his name. I'll tell you off air, but he's opening a bar.
The tea.
And I'm going to
double tea.
I'm going to get him back for what he did. He was walking out of the bathroom. I walk into the fucking toilet, pissed all over the seat. I'm telling you, on the back of the seat, all over the toilet, didn't flush it, didn't put the seat up. And he walks out, and I was this close to being like, bro,
turn around.
clean up your fucking mess. So when his bar opens,
Are you peeing all over the seat?
I'm going to take a shit in the top of the toilet.
You're going to upper deck his toilet?
I'm going to upper deck the toilet. I don't know if I'm going to do that because logistically it might be a nightmare, but I'm going to do something.
Yowza.
So beware. And you don't even know who I'm talking about.
Just imagine just not having that amount of self-awareness at all, just to like piss all over the seat. That grosses me out. Like, I get it if you're like at your house or whatever, but like men especially, like when they go into the restroom,
put the toilet seat up.
The toilet seat up is whatever. I'm used to that. But like if you just like piss and then just leave and don't flush it, so I have to come in. I could like look at your frothy fucking piss that you just.
Ew! What? Don't ever say frothy piss again.
But tell me I'm wrong.
You're
How
not
many
wrong.
times have you walked in and been like, ew?
My gag reflexes are triggered right now.
I'm sorry.
I'm just. I mean, I
So
have
you don't want to take this shot right now, is what you're saying?
Let's just do it. I need it. Cheers. God.
Cheers.
Not to frothy piss though.
We're not cheersing to that. Never. Just flush.
Yeah.
And yes, put down the toilet seat if
No, I don't. I'm just saying.
I'm whatever about that. Boys.
When you
boys suck. So like I get it.
Just put the seat up. Just go like, because there's sometimes where I'm running to the bathroom and like I don't look at I have to inspect the toilet every single time because there's been so many times where I've sat down and my bare ass is just covered in someone else's piss, and it's the most disgusting, revolting feeling in the world.
Yeah,
and then
that's what don't fucking do, guys.
Yeah, and then I have to take toilet paper and then wipe my legs and ass cheeks with it. Think about that. Actually, don't, because some people probably like to think about that.
They're picturing it right now, and they're getting rock hard.
Okay, so I want to read the one. So I didn't read any of these. I don't know what any of these say. But
okay.
I read one of them.
The last one?
The very last one, and I just want to read that one to
I feel like we should finish with that one.
Should we?
Because it's a great one.
Okay.
Honestly.
All right, so
I think the first one that cracked me up was like, this was clearly just, this one's goes out for you, Jill. Okay.
Shout out to me.
My hangover after hanging out with Jill last night consisted of waking up at 7 a.m. and texting 3 people saying, I'm a pest to society and I'm never drinking green chartreuse again. Sorry for crying.
Now,
do you know who that is?
No.
When was the last time you had green chartreuse and who was it with? No, this is anonymous. We'll be nice.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't remember. It's been a little over a month probably since I've drank some green chartreuse.
It's been a hot minute for me.
Who the fuck was I with?
I don't know, but
I
apparently...
just be hanging out with a lot of different people at different times.
Apparently they're a pest to society.
Well,
and that's because of you, Jill.
Hey, love you, whoever you are. I'm so sorry that you were that hungover. At least you don't, well, I don't know who I'm talking to, but at least you don't have a fucking kid. Being hungover with a kid is at my personal hell.
All right. Do
you want me to read the next one?
Yeah, you could do it.
Okay. So
again, I haven't read these either, so I guess we're getting each
I have no
other's
idea where this is about to
reactions.
go. So this is literally my first closing shift post-training. I think it was a Monday night, half off wine bottles. And I get an older couple, probably in their 50s. They came in late, around 9 or 10 p.m. They order some tapas, but go straight for the wine.
I'm going to pause real quick. I definitely know where this person works.
Okay.
I can tell. I don't know who it is, but like, I mean, I got context clues for days. And
Okay. They're nice and let me know they're in town for a conference. They are flirting heavily with each other, so I'm like, oh, how cute. How cute is this older couple?
This couple.
They're still in love with each other. As they get their second bottle, I let them know the kitchen is closing and we'll be doing last call in a bit. I realize he's wearing a wedding ring and she is not. ... My brain starts working out that they are definitely not married to each other. Then they heavily hug. They're heavily hugging and touching.
Heavily hugging.
Yeah, heavily hugging and touching. Pretty much all the bar guests have left. I'm closing down the service well and they're making out. I've had enough. I want them to go, but I don't want to be a total dick, so I'm clearing out their plates and glasses. I see her hand on his crotch. whore.
Not
No,
the
I'm kidding.
heavy petting under the bar.
Then I realized his fly is partially down and she has one finger through the hole. Not the one finger.
Wait, she's doing that to him?
Yeah.
I am confusion.
Yeah. And
that
then,
makes way more sense the other way around.
And then this person says, okay, guys, we're closing up. Y'all got to go. And then I'm telling Blank, our bar manager, what's going on. She's about to kick them out, but they finally stumble their way out all over each other. We finish closing up, and we're about to head to Old Glory. Oh, Old Glory.
I knew it. I knew they worked at Barcelona.
I look across the street, and they're fucking in the car in the parking lot of what is now Jack Brown's.
Wow.
Couldn't wait to get home. Well, they don't have a home because they're fucking cheating on their partners.
Yuck. Oh yeah, man. You know those people go crazy. those old conference goers.
Yeah, I mean,
I got the context clues from like Monday because they always do Barcelona. If you have a Barcelona wine bar in your city, they do half price bottles on Monday, and it's killer. Literally all their bottles are half price. So I knew that, and then the tapas. I was like, this bitch definitely works at Barcelona. Gross. Also, what the hell is the one finger doing in the pants? That's what I want to figure out.
Stroking his hog, babe. Ick. I mean,
like
he's
this.
old, so it probably doesn't take a lot. Ew.
So I don't want to picture that old man's dick.
I'm trying to think. So while we're here, if you guys have had any similar stories, please text us and let us know. But I've seen some people getting pretty hot and heavy. We had a lot of first dates when we were at Old Glory.
All the time.
And people
It's a great first date spot for sure.
Yeah, and at the
We've had some heavy petting in the
up, which is like at the very obviously
like a little lounge area on the top floor.
Yeah, and we've had people that have actually fucked up there.
Yeah, we've told that story on the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tampon orgy story.
Oh Jesus.
A classic.
Oh Jesus.
An OG original.
Do you want to refresh them?
I wasn't there for it. Wasn't that Alex's story?
Somebody was banging, and then
somebody
she took
literally
her tampon out.
like had to rip a tampon out so they could fuck on the top floor of the bar.
I'm gonna fucking throw up this episode. Y'all are nasty.
And poor Alex had to clean it up.
Y'all need Jesus.
100%. Y'all need Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. I have seen a lot of people like hardcore making out, and I'm just like.
And again, we've talked about PDA and how fucking annoying it is. It's one thing if it's like somewhere else, but like especially when it's right in front of you, hate that even more. But like, dude, just
don't do that in
fucking
front of
go
me.
home.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, if you're cheating, go to your car.
And fuck in front of Jack Brown's.
What a
he gave her a Jack Brown. I don't know, sorry. It made no sense.
What a romantic moment.
It's so romantic.
Also, I'm a big bitch. I'm fucking 5'10", Quint's 6 foot. Like, even if I lay the car back seats down, like it ain't. That's not comfortable.
That car's a rockin'.
Yeah, it's gonna tip over. What the helly? Yeah, I don't.
No.
But I think that has to do with like a lot of people are like, what is it called? Voyeurism, where they like to do shit when people are watching.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Something like that.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Can you Google it? Because now it's gonna bug me. But yeah, like if you're into that public shit, okay. But like, bro, don't subject me to seeing it. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. Okay. Voyeur is a person that gains sexual pleasure from watching others when they are naked or engaged in a sexual.
So that's more like cuck chair vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a cuck chair.
Well, if you guys know what that phrase is when you're really into getting it on in public, let us know.
Yeah,
Call in and enunciate, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, we had like, we had the first phone call. One of the first phone calls that we had, this guy literally was just.
It was just Mumble City.
The only thing I heard was Tennessee strippers fell in love, and I'm like, okay.
Sounds like every man I've ever met.
It sounds like me. I moved to Tennessee, and I love strippers. Shout out to strippers.
We love them.
Hey. That's how I feel whenever a stripper enters the room.
Yes, and then you just go.
Okay.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful moment.
Next write-in.
Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Okie dokie. Alrighty. I was bartending on a busy Saturday night when a bachelor party came in. Oh, sorry, came stumbling in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The groom was wearing a t-shirt that said "Last fling before the ring." Why is a groom wearing that?
Who knows?
Ew, okay. I'm already judging them. They ordered a round of shots, and as I passed them around, one of the groomsmen slurred, "You look like you'd be the perfect bridesmaid," which they continued to joke about the rest of the night. The groom decided we were best friends, and after every drink or shot order, he would try to convince me to hook up with his best man. "Sir, I am a fucking lesbian, and I bet I could take your lady out from under your coked up nose."
Oh.
Oh my God. By the end of the night, they were so obliterated, they tried to make a conga line and started dancing to the back of the room, and they were going too fast before we noticed. They went right through the kitchen. They got as far as the dish pit before tripping over a pile of dirty kitchen towels and aprons we threw to the side to the wash after each shift. Security reached back to grab them, and as they were getting kicked out, the groom handed me a $200 tip.
Nice.
Honestly, if you're going to get this sloppy, you deserve to get paid for it. Shout out to the gays. Okay, respect to I mean, like, they're funny. They're having a good time. They clearly weren't causing an issue other than being creepy with the bartender. But
yeah.
But hey, if you tip $200, I'm willing to take a little bit of trauma.
Yeah. And
if you're tipping fat, you could be a little bit more of a drunk idiot.
We're gonna endure trauma regardless, so $200 makes it a little bit better.
It's definitely worth it.
You know,
I'll take the $200.
I mean, have you ever been propositioned while you were working?
No, but I know you have.
Many times.
Yeah,
many times.
I don't get hit on as a bartender.
I don't either.
Yeah, I think I just have too much of a bitch face.
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm nice. Don't get me wrong, but like I don't. Yeah, I get hit on more by girls than I do by guys.
Yeah.
Or at least I get more compliments by girls, for sure.
Yes.
Than I do by dudes, which I'm not mad about.
Yeah. I mean,
so keep giving me compliments behind the bar, girls. Guys, leave me alone.
I did get a guy was at the bar the other day, and he complimented me. And he looked at me and he was like, "You're so beautiful," and I was like, "Oh, thank you." And he was like, "I'm sorry to be weird. I just wanted to let you know that you're beautiful." And he was a good-looking dude. And I was like, "No, I'll take the compliment. It's all good." Quinn's standing right behind me.
Yeah.
I said,
standing there like.
I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, a guy just called me beautiful." And he was like, "Who?" And I'm like, "Shut the hell up. You're not gonna do anything."
Yeah, right.
But Quinn gets propositioned at work left and right. Girlies come in hot, and you know what? My man says, "I'm married with 2 kids. Get away from me, bitch." Which is so funny.
I want him to make up a ridiculous lie every single time, like, and make it different every time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm married with 2 kids. Be like I don't know, I'm gay. Or
yeah, or like I'm about to be indicted and go to prison for 12 years.
Yeah. I've got an ankle monitor on right now.
Yeah.
This is my last hurrah behind the bar.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's sweet that he does that, but he tells me all the time, like, I'm like, I don't want to know who the girls are.
Because then you'll be back there like.
I'll just be back there just like constantly just being like, you know.
It's fine. I don't know. I think it's flattering when somebody flirts with your man.
That's what I told him. I was like, I mean,
and especially like in the bar setting, you are flirtatious when you're bartending. You're trying to make that money, honey. Like it's gonna happen. Yeah. And so like those crazy girlfriends, we talked about this before, but like those crazy girlfriends
calling
on
the phone.
Or like sitting at the bar and just like watching their man like a hawk while they bartend and like getting really pissed off when girls are flirting with them. That's part of the job.
Yeah.
So like suck it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was telling Quint that the other day because I've seen a few of the girls that have hit on him, and I'm like, damn, she's beautiful. I'm glad my man still got it like that.
Yeah. Again, it is flattering.
I'll take it. Okay, we got another one.
Another one.
So last weekend I was at this dive bar with a group of friends, and I'd already had, let's just say, a few too many cocktails.
Been there, honey.
My friend dared me to go up to this random guy at the bar and ask if I was the one. I, of course, took this way too seriously and completely ignoring the fact that we had never met, marched up to him and I said, "Are you my soulmate or are we just doing this for the story?" He looked terrified, so I kept pressing. "Come on, the universe brought us together for a reason, right?" I'm pretty sure I almost convinced him to call me an Uber just to get him away from me.
Oh my goodness.
But instead he was like, "I'm married." And I blurted out, "Oh, perfect. You can just tell me how to find him then." To top it off, I drunkenly stumbled back to my friends, loudly announcing that I had found him, and then proceeded to tell the whole bar about my epic cosmic connection with the guy who was literally just trying to get away from me. The worst part, I tried to DM him the next day on Instagram and accidentally sent him a selfie of me face planting into a plate of nachos.
That's hot.
Yeah, we never spoke again.
Oh, he left her on red.
I mean,
I guess it wasn't meant to be.
I mean, he's fucking married.
Hey, just because there's a goalie
doesn't mean you can't score. Unless it's me, because I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Wow.
Oh.
I mean, I love the bravery of you going up to someone.
We love the confidence. I could never. I don't know how to flirt anyways, but I'd never be that forward, even when I was that drunk. Mm-hmm. That ain't me. I'm just like, "What's up, homie?"
Yeah.
And then expect them to think that I'm interested in them.
But that's how you do it, though. You're like, "What's up, homie?" And they're like, what's up, girl? And then
and then you dap them up and then you run away and then never talk to them for the rest
they're
of the
like,
night.
this girl seems cool. You want to come over?
Is that how I do it?
Yeah, I think you
I'll work
that's
on
your
it.
that's your approach. No, it works.
It does?
If you know Nikki, you know that it works. If you know Nikki, you know that it works.
I've lost my touch.
I love that. I love all of that, but also don't love that you accidentally sent him a picture of you. How the fuck did you find his Instagram?
And also, how do you accidentally send a random photo that wasn't like, is that the most recent one on your like
on your
photo?
Yeah. But also, what are you doing taking pictures of you eat nachos, girl?
That sounds like some feeder shit.
Oh.
We already talked about voyeurism. Now we're on to feeders.
I got a story about that, but not for the podcast.
Oh, heard. After hours with Jill. Let's go.
Can I eat your vape, please?
Sure.
Okay, let's go.
Okie dokie.
On to the next. Which, by the way, thanks for writing in. Help. Thank you for writing in. These stories are hilarious. Keep them coming.
Alrighty. Okay, so I worked the shift, but I didn't witness it. I used to work at Old Town Poorhouse on Wells Street in Chicago. It just closed down. R.I.P. 100 taps, 90 different beers, 27 TVs. 2 of them were 110 inches. Damn.
That's a lot of inches.
That's a lot of inches. I should call him. So weekends we would get slammed for NCAA football and NFL. Great money, good cocktail program, good food. A couple of the guys were down here now, so it was the main floor. Right better. Okay.
Right better, guys. Nikki can't read.
I can't read. He's just describing the bar that he works at.
Great money, good cocktail program, good food.
Okay, the major downfall of this place is the bathrooms are in the basement. So my buddy Jason is bartending upstairs. I'm serving main floor. An early 20s patron asked Jason about where the bathroom is. It's max capacity upstairs, so it's nuts to butts. Jason sees the guy disappear for a minute or two, but sees him still standing around up there. So he tells the bouncer he might have pissed his pants or something. Bouncer goes over and sees him set a pint glass down. No. Did he piss in a pint glass?
I think so.
Shut up. Keep in mind there are cameras throughout this place. Bouncer assumes he may have pissed in said pint glass. Patron assures him it's not the case. Bouncer makes him take a drink. Patron does. Word gets around very quickly what has happened. Our floor manager mid-shift checks the video and confirms he went to the corner and pissed in the glass and then drank it. Shut the fuck up.
He was committed to the fucking lie.
This guy is still hanging out, fairly intoxicated. We should have thrown him out. But we were like, he did it, so I guess props to him. We locate him on the main floor, talking to some women, and catch them making out with one of them. The whole staff is basically crying at this point, and it's maybe 1 o'clock. He eventually disappears with said woman, and we close the bar at 3.
Wow.
My
people
brother
turn
in
into
Christ.
People turn into gremlins when they drink. I know because I do sometimes.
How fucked up would you have to be to drink your own piss?
I don't think I could unless I accidentally picked up. But why would there be
It'd
a cup
be
of piss
warm.
next to me? Yeah, that story reminded me of the story. Shout out to your mom, Linda told when she was working at Margaritaville.
Yeah,
and a girl barfed into a cup
and then had a straw in it and then sipped it back up. Yeah,
I just gagged.
I know. Sorry, your gag reflex is going haywire today, my girl. I'm sorry.
I'm like a day out of my period. I'm unwell, y'all. Wow, thank you for the story. That was fucked up.
He is committed. He did not want to get kicked out of that bar. He was looking for the love of his life that night, and he found her. And then Piss Mouth found him. Found her.
Golly. What if you were the girl that he made out with?
There's no. I mean, like, he obviously didn't have a mint.
Have you ever?
What if he had like pee breath?
Maybe he took a shot of Rumple Mints. That would have.
Shout out Jason.
I think you're gonna say shout out to Rumple Mints. Shout out to Rumple Mints.
Well, because Jason is all the time like, oh, it's like a minty fresh breath.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh God,
have you ever made out with someone after you barfed? Probably.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah. I think so. But I don't know.
Yeah, I've thrown up a few times.
I don't recall right off the top of my head, but maybe. I don't know. My younger, like 20-year-old self, maybe. But who's to say?
Well,
drunk me is a different lady. She's not a lady at all.
She is not a lady. She's nor a person.
She is an animal, and she's a scary being.
Okay. Next. Okay. Oh gosh. Ooh, this is a heavy first line. My husband and I aren't doing well. His brother keeps hitting on me and trying to kiss me and shit. Because I rejected him, he tells his friends he hates me. Classic fucking man-child. Anyway, this man is the same man who got brought into a threesome with his best friend and his wife. I'm assuming she's talking about the brother. Goes back to have sex with his best friend's wife after said threesome happens because she asked him to. The husband didn't know he was sleeping. Also, he brought another friend with him, then had a threesome with my brother-in-law.
Lots of threesomes.
And the wife while the husband was sleeping.
I can't keep track.
The husband found out and divorced her. LOL. Turns out that they had been swingers for a while, but she liked my brother-in-law and was just simply having sex with my brother-in-law behind her husband's back. Lord child. This stressed me out telling you.
That was just some tea.
So her and her husband aren't doing well because his brother keeps trying to fuck her.
That's a bummer.
That is a fucking bummer. Did you tell your husband?
That feels like a conversation to be had, even if you guys aren't doing well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have questions.
Also, I wonder where you're from, because like, where are all these threesomes happening? Apparently, there's like a big swinger like community here in Nashville.
That doesn't surprise me.
If you guys know more about it, let us know. Call the number. Text us.
I feel like there was like a bar around here that like catered to like swingers, or they had like swinger nights.
Ooh.
I know.
Ew.
But could you imagine?
I don't want to yuck someone else's yum, because I think it takes a lot of like communication, and you have to be really like,
for sure,
you have to be really secure in your relationship,
really confident in your relationship, and really like comfortable.
Yeah.
To be able to do that.
And
so respect.
I have nightmares of like Quint being with other women, and I like from time to time, and I wake up in a cold sweat. Like I just have never been someone to share my man.
Yeah. You're not the type.
Yeah.
You're definitely not
but
the
I
type.
mean, like, I don't wish that at all, actually. But I think it's.
I take it back.
I think it's very, like, you have to be very sexually, like, liberated. Is that the word I'm looking for? To be able to, like, have sex with multiple people. Mm-hmm. Huh.
Yeah.
How do you guys do it? How do you guys
Swingers, call in.
Or just people that have had threesomes, you know? I wonder, like, is it fun?
You've never had a threesome, Jill?
No.
Really? Oh, that makes one of us.
Yeah, I know. Well, I wasn't gonna call you out, but is it fun for you? Like,
I'm not answering that.
She's gonna plead the.
I'm gonna plead the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
All right, last one, which is I think our favorite.
Oh, this is the only one that I read that was.
It's short and sweet, guys. Bear with us.
Oh God, it's so funny.
Hilarious. Alrighty, last one. One time I caught my manager at Panera Bread shoving Molly up his ass in front of the sink. Amazing first line. He was fired a few weeks later for doing it so much everybody ratted on him. The next manager got fired for stealing gallons of tuna salad. No cap.
No cap took me out. There's, again, so much.
Panera Bread be wildin'.
Yeah,
like,
I'm sorry. I think that would be my nightmares, rolling at a fucking Panera Bread. Like, I could...
Shoving Molly up your ass at a Panera Bread?
Boofing Molly.
Boofing Molly. Oh my God, I cannot.
I mean, like, I could understand, like, maybe doing it if you work at a cool like, rolling on Molly at Old Glory probably would have been fun, but also maybe not. Like,
hard to work.
I don't want to work. I don't want to. Everyone's getting everything for free if I'm on Molly. Like, I just want to make everybody happy.
You get a free cocktail. You get a free cocktail.
Yeah, and they're gonna be like, Jill, did you give away the whole bar last night? What the fuck's going on here?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That is hilarious. Whoever you are, thank you so much for.
I loved that one so much. That was like the perfect ending.
Also,
for sure.
Don't love tuna either. So,
gallons of tuna salad.
Thinking about gallons of tuna salad also makes me
gag.
Yeah, dude. I can't.
This is Jill's gag-worthy episode.
SOS. I'm unwell, America.
We're going to finish recording and she's going to run straight to the restroom and just vom everywhere. And then
I'm going to squeegee it
with your hands.
Well, yeah, that's all the write-ins that we have for today. But
please keep them coming. Those were just some catered ones that Sierra did for us. Sierra's the one that's like getting all of them and then like giving us the good ones.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued with what other weird ass ones.
You guys got some fucked up shit going on out there.
Keep spilling that tea, baby.
And you know what? We love it.
I'm here for it forever. Again, we do this enough when we bartend. Like you know, people are telling you the crazy shit that's going on in their lives and you're kind of being like pseudo therapists, but it's nice to have an anonymous source tell you some wicked ass tea.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
And also just remember there's cameras everywhere.
Yes.
Like camera footage of everything.
I'm sure they have camera footage of the dude. Yeah, they do have like just peeing in the cup.
Of the dude peeing in the cup.
Pee pee in the cuppy.
Pee pee in the cup.
As one dude, 1 pint glass.
Don't even make me think about the other thing. God, I'm gonna throw up. Okay, Nikki, you have something fun that you wanted to talk about that you saw on the internet?
I saw it. It was cute and it made me laugh. And I want to see which one you think you are.
Let's go.
So this is eight types of bartender in every bar. So these are the 8 different versions of bartenders that somebody could be, and they were all pretty accurate. And like I feel like everybody knows at least one of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The first one is the mix master. Spends 10 minutes making the perfect cocktail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not me.
Not you. I didn't think so.
Fuck no.
The old timer has been bartending since disco was alive and tells stories from back in the day.
I feel that's a little me just because I talk about stories before I had a baby. But I haven't been bartending.
Yeah.
I've been bartending for like over 10 years, but.
That's not an old timer yet.
Yeah. Not yet.
Not enough. We will be one day.
Yeah, we will.
The charmer flirts, winks, and compliments every order.
If I boofed Molly, probably.
You'd be way nicer and way flirtier when you're bartending.
Yeah, no, I'm not that flirty.
The speed demon. Every order is made in 30 seconds or less.
When I was working at Old Glory, I was very much the speed demon, but that's Marissa.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mars.
The Houdini disappears when it's time to clean or restock, but magically reappears when shots come out.
Yeah.
I was like, don't look at me. That's
no,
not me.
I'm looking at you and I'm looking at the camera. At my current job, no, because we can't drink. But at yes, I feel like there's a little bit of me in all of these thus far. Keep going.
Honestly, yeah. Maybe not this one. That was actually perfect timing.
We'll see.
The cocktail scientist writes down every drink experiment in a notebook, infuses things, talks about molecular balance.
Literally couldn't give it. There's something as a bartender I should care, but I don't give a fuck. Do you want a beer or not?
Yeah. The shot pusher. You look like you need a shot. Proceeds to pour 5.
That is Quint more than anything.
That is definitely Quint.
Quint's a pusher.
Quint's such a pusher.
Yeah. But when I see my friends, I'm like, you want a shot?
Yeah. Even last night, I was like sitting there, and like the other people that I was with were like, "Oh, we're good. We don't want another shot." And then he proceeds to pour shots for all of us. Quint is such a fucking pusher.
Yeah. He also like no means yes to him sometimes, and I try to tell him to stop doing that shit, but people actually love it. Let's be real.
They do. People.
Is there one more?
Yes. The life coach turns every bar shift into a therapy session. Let's unpack that while I stir this Negroni.
No. I do like to listen to people's problems because it makes me feel a little bit better about my own life. But
and if I'm bored, it makes the shift go by faster. That's for sure.
100%. Yeah. I don't think there's one. Which one do you think that I fall closest to?
I think you're like definitely a speed demon.
I would say the same about you.
Yeah, I think we're both little speed demons.
I'm just quick. Like I don't.
But I think you're better with like talking with guests. So you're a little bit of the therapist one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, I'm like I could take it or leave it. Unless it's a really interesting story. I'm not really. It's hard for me to fake it. You can fake it better than I can.
Oh, I'm really good at faking a lot of things.
Ayo.
We also have a lot of regulars at my job, and like I do love to like talk to them and ask them about what's going on.
But I try to avoid it if I can. I know I'm good at it and I can do it, but it takes a little more effort for me to like put on that face.
Yeah.
But
usually
I'm still good at what I do. Okay, I promise.
Yeah.
I promise.
You need. I don't know what mine would be though. I'm a little bit of all of them. What do you guys think you are? Let us know.
What's the number? Plug it again.
347-927-8333. I think that's by the time
347. Wasted.
I think by the time this comes out, we'll probably be back from
Tails.
So I can't even like be like, hey, where should we go? Whatever. But we're really excited.
So regardless.
Yeah. It'll be my first time, like I've said before.
I booked the hotel.
Oh, the hotel's booked?
The hotel's booked.
Slay. I was gonna ask you that earlier. Yeah, we've got a lot of.
So we have a lot. We'll have plenty of stories. I kind of want to do like a Tales recap when we get back, and have Alan and Brenda on too, because it'll be all of their first times.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be a lot of fun.
We're popping our little Tales cherry, which there's so many people. I've talked to like 4 or 5 different people that are actually gonna be there. So it's gonna be like. We never left Nashville.
I know. Nashville crew always runs pretty hard when they get down there. So
I'm excited.
I'm very excited too.
Nikki's been sending us all the parties to RSVP to, which I'm going to do that before I leave today.
For those of you that don't know, Tales, it's a bartending convention that happens in New Orleans every year. It's called Tales at the Cocktail. We don't really do the convention side of it.
Yeah.
We just go for all the parties. So all like the big liquor brands just host big parties or happy hours or whatever. And if you RSVP for them, everything's free. And it's
and you know what?
Insane.
We love free.
And so it's like 2 vacations in one. It's like a bartending thing. It's networking. It's meeting new people from all over the country, and like you immediately gain these connections that are so much fun. And then anytime you're in a different city, you could literally just be like, "Hey, I know you live here. Like, I'll come meet at your bar for a drink, or like let's go out or show me around."
Yeah.
And it's really fun, and it's like just a good way to like make really fun connections and make friends. And I like making friends.
I'm trying to like tell myself to like pace myself because it's going to be a long week.
Lots of liquid IV.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really hot too. It's always it's New Orleans. It's like a swamp and it's in the middle of summer. I don't know why they do it in July.
You know.
Or August.
I mean, sometimes it feels June.
It's in July.
It feels, I mean, sometimes, most of the time, Nashville feels like a swamp. Like yesterday.
Yesterday was disgusting.
Swamp.
I was sweating my ass off yesterday. This whole week's going to be brutal.
I'm just going to wear athleisure clothing to mask my swamp ass.
The dream. I'm glad we're allowed to do that behind the bar. Could you imagine like working in a swamp assy spot and then having to wear like a button-up shirt or like slacks?
That's my
dress shoes.
I mean,
I'm glad we're lucky enough that we don't have to do that anymore.
But
any of the bars that we work at.
I've worked at a lot of places.
I know, same.
Like while I was climbing up the ladder as a young 18, 19, 20-year-old collie, I worked at a place called Landry's and I fucking hate that place.
What was it like?
It's a seafood spot. It's part of like a conglomerate of. They own a bunch of other stuff, which I was reminded of it because I went to the aquarium yesterday, in the mall because Wolfie needed some stimulant. He needed to get the hell out of the house, and on the table was a little table tent, and it was Landry's. Like they have like this rewards program, and I like immediately was triggered because
it's like PTSD.
My managers would always be like, "You have to sell one of these a shift," and I was just like, "I fucking hate you. I hate this place. Definitely not gonna sell one of these," and I never did.
Upselling, man. I'm so glad we don't have to do that anymore either. Upselling.
Don't tell me to do it. I can just do it. And when the minute someone tells me to do it, it's like I don't want to do it.
Exactly.
And also,
fuck the system.
When I worked there, they had a script. Like I was an actress. From the minute you went to the table, you had a script. The entire fucking thing. Awful.
I hate it.
Why can't I just go up to the table and like be like I just
want to be my genuine self.
It was in downtown St. Louis too, so the clientele was just like lots of hookers, prostitutes with their sugar daddies.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, bro.
That's when you upsell.
Oh yeah. Oh well, I mean the bitches are like, "Can I get some Vouv?" And I'm like, "You sure can, man." On his tab.
A bottle? Yes, ma'am. You got it.
I don't know. Well,
R.I.P. to those days. I don't miss them.
Yeah, me neither. Well, this was a good episode.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in, everybody, or texting in. Well, both, but please, for the love of God, when you call in, enunciate.
Please.
Like we shot ourselves in the foot with that one because we're like, call us when you're drunk, and people are literally calling
us
and
when
they're
drunk. It's turning into Jabba the Hutt drunk, and we don't need that. We don't need that.
I need to do it one day when I'm drunk and call in, and then we can just play it. You guys can see my alter ego, Julian.
I mean, we have posted you on the story.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we did. I did post myself. With the dick
you
glasses.
Shot yourself in your own foot with that one, babes.
The dick glasses and me kicking down that sign or whatever. But
classic. I need to put that on the highlights reel just so anybody can watch it anytime they want.
Cue the clown makeup.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, well, before we go, a 15th reminder to give us a call if you have any stories, any fun things you just want to complain.
Yeah.
Our number is 347-927-8333. You can follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all at Wasted Truth Pod. And you can follow me at Jilly Vanilli with 2 eyes. And you can follow Nik
at Nicolette K, spelled Nikolettettek.
And remember that your hair looks great.
And we love you.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.